Thank you, Chairperson. We appreciate your leadership in convening the 5040 Committee's open briefing for member states and international, regional, and sub-regional organizations. It's important that the committee hears the views and comments of the member states who bear the primary responsibility for the implementation of UN Security Council Resolution 1540. Let me begin by reaffirming India's unwavering commitment to global efforts to prevent the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. The access to these weapons of mass destruction by terrorists and other non-state actors adds a serious dimension to threats posed by these weapons to international peace and security. Cognizant of this threat, India has been tabling an annual resolution in the UN General Assembly on measures to prevent terrorists from acquiring weapons of mass destruction, which is adopted by consensus. Mr. Chairperson, India accords great importance to the implementation of UNSC Resolution 1540. With our long-standing commitment to global non-proliferation, India has a robust legal and regulatory system to implement the provisions of Resolution 1540 and strategic trade controls. This includes our effective interministerial mechanisms at the national level on licensing, enforcement and risk assessment, outreach, and capacity building in this area. Recognizing the role of the industry, academia, and other key stakeholders in facilitating the implementation by states of Resolution 1540 and strategic trade controls, India has been organizing outreach events involving these stakeholders at the national level, including sector-specific programs and for the region. In this regard, we want to emphasize that India has this robust legal and regulatory framework for safety and security of all radioactive materials. Indian authorities have a standard framework to investigate any incidents or reports to the contrary and undertake action as necessary. In this regard, it may be noted from 2024, the Government of India, in partnership with various industry bodies and other stakeholders, has organized a national conference on strategic trade controls that is structured in a new format compared to earlier national conferences, and which focuses on India's strategic trade control system and international best practices comprising wider participation of industry and other stakeholders across relevant sectors, international speakers, and foreign delegates and participants from various countries. Mr. Chairperson, we have supported 1540 Committee's mandate and its work wherever possible by offering to share our knowledge and technical expertise in various areas as part of the Committee's assistance framework. In this context, taking note of past consultations related to improvement in the assistance mechanism, especially for member states that require assistance, we are pleased to inform the 1540 Committee that the Government of India, in partnership with UNODA, is intending to organize a capacity-building program on implementation of UNSC Resolution 1540 and strategic trade controls in India for certain Asia-Pacific states in 2025. This further demonstrates India's robust credentials and contribution to the international non-proliferation architecture. We also support the 1540 Committee's enhanced cooperation and coordination with other relevant UN bodies and international organizations, and this Council's counter-terrorism committees to prevent terrorists and other non-state actors from acquiring weapons of mass destruction, their delivery systems and related materials, equipment, and technologies. In this regard, another key area that needs the focus of the international community is rapid evolution of proliferation risks. New and emerging technologies may increase these risks of WMD and delivery systems by terrorist groups and other non-state actors. Therefore, preventing terrorist groups from acquiring and using weapons of mass destruction must be a priority and responsibility of the international community, and we continue to encourage the member states to focus on this critical threat. Mr. Chairperson, in conclusion, we look forward to discussions over the next 2 days of this open briefing and further consultations with the 1540 Committee and UNODA related to capacity building on implementation of UNSC Resolution 1540. I thank you.